see. Everything looks like it's working to me. So, what we got today. I'm going to try and knock some more side characters out from Masters of the Universe, I think. Previously, we had done Merman. Still really happy with how Merman came out. We got Beastman, who also very happy with how Beastman came out. And then we did Sorceress. She's pretty cool. And then Orko. I think Orko looks actually really good. I'm really happy with Orko. And we also painted Evil Lynn, but I'm still not happy with her. Her skin is still jacked up. So I didn't fix her yet. So we could do that today, but honestly, meh. I think we'll just paint some new guys. It sounds like more fun to me. So here we have Triclops, Ramjam, and Flying Guy, whose name is Stratos, because I just looked that up. So my first plan for these guys is to get some skin tones down, and then we'll just start picking away. Yeah. So generic kind of peachy skin. I like Cobalt skin. There's a lot of other options, but really any peachy skin will do. I just like this one. I don't know why. So yeah, we'll just start knocking it out. I will admit, Ram Man here is not really my favorite character. I mean, he's completely honest. He's kind of lame. Actually, not sure how his shirt goes. I think it kind of dips down on the side there. Yeah, he's kind of a lame character, to be honest. His animations were always really janky, too. Because he would do this thing where he would just kind of like go whoosh, and it was really dumb. Hello. So, yeah. But he's part of the set, so we gotta paint him up. Can't always just paint cool characters like Merman and Beastman. Sometimes you gotta paint the lamos, but that's why I figured we would also paint Triclops today, because he's cool. And if I've got to paint the lamos of Stratos and Ram Man, you know, I might as well paint a cool one to kind of offset that a little bit. So that is why we are adding Triclops, because I've been doing like 2 a video so far, and I would normally try to keep that cadence, but I need some cool character motivation to get me through the dumbness of Ram Man and Stratos. And while we wait for the skin tones to dry, we'll go look at some pictures of them. Because, man, I remember Stratos being dumb colors. Like, he's really dumb colors. I did not remember how dumb his colors were. But yeah, honestly, it's kind of fun to knock these out on stream, because as a set, it's kind of nice, because I'm not really thinking about what to paint so much. I'm just like, oh, I'll go paint some He-Man. You know, like I kind of don't have to stress about that. It's really nice. Alright, Stratos, you're just fucking dumb, dude. I'm sorry. So now I've got a light gray. In this case, it is ash gray from the Army Painter. I like this color. Any light gray will do, though, to be honest. And I'm gonna just pick out some colors of stupid bird guy. Yeah, so the ones I've got left, I've got Trapjaw and Skeleglow. And I don't know who Skeleglow is. Well, like, I understand where the character comes from, but, like, he's not really a character that I'm very familiar with. Apparently he is the Lord of the Underworld, as I've learned from people telling me on stream, which has been super helpful. But apparently he's the Lord of the Underworld, and his heritage is that he came from a repaint of Skeletor that glow in the dark. So that's kind of neat. So he's got a neat heritage, at least. But, you know, I don't really know him very well. And then I've got Trapjaw, who I absolutely love. He is one of my favorite characters. So I'm kind of saving him. And then we've got Tila, and then He-Man and Skeletor. And I kind of want to paint He-Man and Skeletor like a couple. Like, I want to paint them like at the same time. You know what I mean? And I think there'll be a nice end to the set, I guess. So they'll be the last ones I paint. Alright. Bird Boy. Alright, Bird Boy's got some base coat down. Okay. Well, now that we've done that, let's go look at some of the guys and see what we got. Okay. So this is Stratos. Holy shit, do I not remember him being these stupid colors. I remember him being stupid colors, but not these stupid colors. Yeah, so he is like red and blue gear. Yeah, and then he has like a pink monkey face for some reason. Why? I don't know. But that's a thing. And then we've got Triclops. Triclops is cool. He has a nice like green and kind of orange color scheme. I think that's pretty neat. And then Ram Man, looking dumb AF even in his cartoon version. Yeah. So that's a thing. That's what we're doing today. So let's paint in Ram Man's pants, because they're pretty far away from his skin. So, and then we've got I will have to say, while Ram Man is definitely not my favorite character, he they did a nice job on the miniature, trying to take that horrible design I just showed and make it into like a nice looking model. I feel like they did a really good job. Like, there's a lot of pose and like dynamism and stuff in this model. Like, he's got a lot of personality. Which is pretty nice, to be honest. Yeah, hold on. Alright. So we got that. And then, let's see. I think I'm actually going to break out black next. I think that's what I'm going to do. No, we'll do Triclops' armor next. This is going to be his chest armor and his sword. His sword is also green. And since I kept that with Merman, where his sword was the matching color, I definitely want to do it here as well. So So last couple weekends I've been streaming like 2 days a weekend. I didn't this weekend though because I had a whole bunch of chores I had to do yesterday. So it took up majority of my morning. And then as soon as I was done looking up, I was like, time to go to bed. And I was like, what? I did a lot of fun stuff and all. I'm not saying I didn't, but yesterday just kind of flew by. I started working on painting the Gundam Heavy Arms, so that's pretty fun. I think I'm going to do a whole set of high-grade wing Gundams. So that's pretty fun. So I did Death Scythe already because he was just on my desk when I decided to start this project. I'll show him off in a minute once I get all the screen in. Because I kind of said last time I streamed I felt a little like directionless in my hobby. So I figured I would be like, okay, I'm going to do all of the wing Gundams, you know. Because I've got all the HGs just kind of sitting around right now. So I was like, oh, yeah, I can kind of paint all those up kind of one at a time. Try to add some extra detail to them and stuff, and you know, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, I thought it would be kind of a fun, kind of longer term project, you know. Like I don't think I'm going to be it's going to be like my only project, but it's going to be kind of one that I pick at here and there. So doing heavy arms right now, and once I'm done painting this green, I'll grab Death Scythe and show him off. Oh, I also forgot to say what color this is. This is Jade from Pro Acryl. You can see how nicely it covers. All the Pro Acryl paints cover so nicely. I really do feel like the Pro Acryl paints are very good, like beginner paints because of that. Second up would probably be Army Painter, and then Vallejo, and then finally at the very bottom would be GW. So honestly, I think it's a shame that whenever folks get stuck using GW paints, because there's so many nicer paints out there, where like the freaking lids won't screw up and keep you from being able to do your painting, you know. Let's see, okay. So that's going to be the basis for our green there. There he is. What was I going to do? Oh, that's right, Death Scythe. So yeah, there he is. Whoop. Well, there we go. He's up on this big base. Let me reposition that a little bit. There it goes. Yeah, so pretty happy with him. He nicely like weathered and stuff, and then I pulled in some extra color into his knee pads and his legs, his ankle guards there. And also it was super fun to paint the blade. I had a ton of fun doing that. I've actually never painted a big blade like that before, so that's pretty cool. I've only done little lightsabers, so. Yeah, extra color in the head too. There's a very slight error in that still, but you can only see it when you really look at it from one direction, so that's okay. And yeah, just really fun. Really, really fun. So, gonna do the whole set. I'm debating making them like a matching base that they all can kind of fit on. That's why I've got him on that base right now. Alright, let's pull out some red. We can knock out parts of Stratos and parts of Ramjam. I will say I am very much looking forward to painting some of the characters, like what's his name? Trapjaw. I'm really looking forward to painting Trapjaw. Much less so for the guys we're doing today. I kind of put, I guess really, I like Triclops. He's cool. But he's my reward for getting through Stratos and Ram Man. So yeah. I also got a nice little award at work recently. So I took that money and got myself a whole bunch of Wargame Atlantic kits coming. So I'm super looking forward to that. It should be a really fun unboxing stream where I unbox like 10 Wargames Atlantic kits at one time. Should be a good time. They're really fun and they're very kit bashy. I kind of feel recently like I've kind of gotten away from the like creative bits of the hobby, right? Like kit bashing and stuff. And I kind of want to get back to that a little bit. So I was hoping this would kind of get that mojo flowing, you know. A little bit I do blame 3D printing for that, because with 3D printing you can just find anything. Like anything, and it's awesome, right? And it will probably be better than anything you could ever make. However, there is still value in making stuff, you know. So yeah, just trying to reconnect with that a little bit. And I think a whole bunch of Wargames Atlantic kits will be a good way to do that, because they are the best thing for kit bashing. Gonna have to repaint all of his pants, but it's fine. That's what the touch-up step is for. See that I can do Stratos too. That's what the touch-up step is for. Let's see, this is his wings and something else, and I don't remember what else, but some other part of him is red. So we're gonna have to go back and check that out. I think it's his goggles, and I think basically everything else is blue. But we'll double check once the wings are done. Sorry, I've been playing this stupid pirate game on my phone, and the songs just have been like repeating in my head constantly. It's terrible. So you get like a little boat and you put different pirates on it, and it's like an idle game. You know, so you like, you don't play it all afternoon, and then you get a bunch of currency and you go and upgrade your rockets or whatever, and you know, then your boat does a little bit better and it can go further, and you know, I'm a big fan of idle games. And like, I don't know, man, like I play a lot of them partly for having been in game dev. I find it fascinating to see what people are doing nowadays, right? Because I've been out of it for probably damn near 10 years, right? I'm sitting here trying to do basic math in my head and failing. But it's been a while, you know? So I find it fascinating to see what other mobile developers are doing now. I just think that's neat. Plus, I also do genuinely really enjoy the mobile games, the like idle ones. If I have to like do a lot of stuff and play a game and stuff, I really don't want to do it on my phone. You know, I'd rather do it on either a handheld device or my computer or something. You know,